Okay, let's dive right into this. Welcome everyone to today's Explainer. Today, we are breaking down the raw, hard-hitting reality of lasting success. We're looking at some incredible source material that completely dismantles the modern myths we've been fed about how greatness is actually achieved. It really strips away the fluff and gets right down to the core of discipline, struggle, and doing the actual unglamorous work. So if you're ready to look past the social media highlight reels and understand the true anatomy of success, well, you're definitely in the right place. But first, let me ask you a question, and I want you to be really honest with yourself. Are you searching for a shortcut? We live in a world that's just completely obsessed with speed, convenience, and instant results, right? We see people around us seemingly climbing to success overnight, and our immediate instinct is to look for the fast way, the easy route, the ultimate life hack. We've all been there. We've all sat there wondering if there's a quicker way to reach our goals without having to face the grueling reality of the day-to-day grind. But here is the brutal truth highlighted in our source material. Shortcuts simply do not work. Sure, they might offer a temporary boost, maybe a fleeting moment of victory, but bypassing the grind creates an incredibly fragile foundation. If you want to achieve something that actually matters, something that's going to stand the test of time, you literally cannot skip the process. The effort you're avoiding today, that's the exact foundation you're going to lack tomorrow. Which brings us to section 1, the myth of shortcuts and the true cost of the easy road. And this brilliantly illustrates exactly what the source is talking about. Top athletes and entrepreneurs don't just wake up with it all figured out. They take the long, hard road. Think of it like a tree. A tree doesn't just shoot up overnight, does it? No, it starts from a seed, it takes fruit, and then it is subjected to harsh winds, relentless storms, and droughts. But it's exactly through surviving those brutal storms that it builds a solid, unbreakable foundation. Enduring struggle is the precise mechanism that builds the strength you need to hold up your success when you finally reach it. So the takeaway here is that success isn't about speed. It's about consistency. It's about showing up day after day, especially when it feels like absolutely nothing is changing. You've got to start believing in the process because your ultimate power actually lies within the struggle itself. Every setback, every single hour you put in, it all counts. It's forging the character you are absolutely going to need when you finally arrive at your destination. Moving on to section 2, the illusion of time and why waiting is wasting. Our source material gets highly confrontational here about a really dangerous, comforting illusion we all fall for. You know the ones. I'll do it tomorrow, things are going to be easier next week, I'm just waiting for the right time, or I'm waiting for motivation to strike. The speaker warns that living your life on delay and waiting for the perfect moment only pushes your dreams further and further away. Spoiler alert, the perfect moment is a lie. Every single day you wait, you're just proving to the world that you don't want it badly enough. And that brings us to the number 24. It's a simple, stark reminder of a profound truth. Winners and losers both have the exact same 24 hours in a day. The world isn't inherently unfair, and the clock definitely doesn't play favorites. The only real difference between those who achieve greatness and those who remain stuck is how they actually use those 24 hours. They do not let their feelings or their fatigue dictate their actions. Because honestly, comfort is the killer of ambition. The source describes it as the slow poison that just numbs your dreams until they are completely dead. It's the exact reason people wake up at 50 years old, look around, and wonder where all the time went. You simply cannot choose comfort over progress and expect to win. It doesn't work that way. Let's dive into section 3, escaping the average mindset, why you must realize that you are not most people. Now, what's really interesting about this slide is the massive psychological shift it highlights. If you want extraordinary results, you have to completely separate yourself from the average spectator mentality. Let's be honest, hitting the snooze button and waiting for inspiration feels great in the moment. But to achieve greatness, your behavior has to look fundamentally different from everyone else's. You get up in the dark, you use your failures as a teacher to sharpen your edge, and you create your own momentum. You have to willingly step right into the discomfort that everyone else is running away from. You can't wait for someone to push you. Motivation is super fleeting. It's just a feeling, and feelings change constantly. You have to lace up your shoes when you really don't feel like running. You have to hit the gym when your body is practically begging you for rest. Doing what must be done, even when no one is watching and you absolutely don't feel like doing it, that is the core of true discipline. All right, section 4, the price of greatness and embracing the lonely road. Achieving true greatness requires silent sacrifices. And the source makes a really vital distinction here between spectators and doers. Spectators just live life on the sidelines. They talk a big game, they complain about the rules, and they write off other people's hard-earned success as mere luck. But doers? Doers are totally different. They step out onto the field. They step into the fire. They take the heavy hits. They get knocked down. They wipe the blood off their face, and they stand right back up. This right here is perhaps the ultimate paradox presented by the speaker. And it's such a brilliant reframing of the entire concept of hard work. The pain, the suffering, the intense discomfort that you are desperately trying to avoid, that is actually the exact price of the greatness you seek. The shortcut you're looking for, literally, is the long road itself. And this is what it means to truly play the long game. Think about it. If you magically skip to the finish line today, could you handle the pressure, the immense weight, and the heavy responsibility that comes with being at the top? Probably not. The struggle is completely necessary because it builds your capacity. Real success requires that resilience, so you don't just reach your goals, you hold them, you expand them, and you turn them into a lasting legacy. Finally, Section 5, Staging Your Comeback, Turning Past Pain into Future Power. So, the crucial point is how we actually do this. This is the emotional climax of our source material, a direct roadmap for anyone who has been knocked down. First, stop holding on to regrets. The past is over and done with. Second, absolutely silence the external and internal voices of doubt. Third, and most importantly, take all of that pain and use it as fuel. Your past mistakes do not define your destiny. They are literally just the setup for your comeback. The speaker presents us with a stark, totally unavoidable choice here. You are going to experience pain either way, but you actually get to choose which kind. The pain of pushing forward, of discipline and sacrifice, that's temporary. Sure, it hurts now, but it forges you into something completely unstoppable. But the pain of giving up, the pain of looking back in 10 years and wondering, what if? That pain of regret is permanent. It will absolutely haunt you for the rest of your life. The ultimate takeaway here is that you already know what you need to do. You really don't need to read another self-help book or listen to another motivational speech or wait for someone else to give you permission. The problem isn't a lack of knowledge. The problem is a lack of execution. Talking doesn't change anything. Dreaming doesn't change anything. Only doing does. And all of this leaves us with one final lingering question. What are you going to do today? Not tomorrow, not next Monday, today. The life you want isn't just going to magically build itself, and the window of opportunity is wide open right now. So, are you going to keep making excuses or are you going to step up into your greatness? The choice is entirely yours.